I'm Leonie from the Woolbaa, and I'm here to show you another one of my patterns. This one is a surprise, a top-down sweater. I love that. No seams to sew. Plus I'm just doing knit stitch for every round, and therefore my knitting is a lot more even. Features of this garment, we've got a boat neck, but it's rolled, so I'll come in to show you more closely. You can see how it's got that little roll attached. That's simply because there's no ribbed band. We've got raglan seams, and that's the spot where you're doing your increases. So every second row is an increasing round, and on either side of markers that indicate where those seams are, you're doing an increase every second row. So that's 8 extra stitches for that increasing round. Other features, we've got a 3/4 sleeve, and it's garter stitch at the bottom, and it's got a little bit of a ballooning shape because I've done my decreases on the round before I start doing the garter stitch band. You can make this longer, you can make this full length, but if you do, you need to just have one extra ball in this main colour. So for this particular size, it used 6 balls in the main colour of a drawn cotton cashmere DK, and if I was going for the full length, I would add 1 more, so that would be 7 balls for the main colour. For this part, it's 2 balls and 3 balls for the very bottom part. Now you see here, you might be able to see, it's a bit hard on the camera for me to see if you can see, I've got a little bit of a slit on either side, and that just gives me a little bit more movement. So if I've had a big lunch, that happens, it doesn't cling to me, it just allows a bit more freedom of movement. But if you want to have it all in one and no split, you just keep knitting in the round rather than breaking away to knit the front bands and the back bands. So very easy knit, really is a beginner knit type garment if you're wanting to do your first sweater. The only difficult part, if you haven't done it before, is using circular needles for the entire garment. And you can do any style you want. You can do, like I've used 80cm circular needles for the bulk of the garment, but for the sleeves I decided to go into a 40cm one. But you can do the travelling loop method with the 80cm as well, or you can use 2 sets of circular needles and just swap over each round, or you can do double pointed needles for knitting in the round. So there's a few choices, and I've made a few videos to show you different ways of doing it. So very easy garment, very easy fit. I love it so much I've started a new one. I'm trying to break away from blue, but there is some aqua in the next one. But it only takes 2 weeks to knit, so it won't be long before I've got it hanging in the shop.